Awesome. All right. What's it saying there? Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to hit the button one more time. Guys, hey, it's Mike at Dragon Drive Addiction. We have Mr. Blaine Starkin here. Dude, how are your arms feeling from last night and the go-karts?
Well, I'm just glad my head's still on my body, so that's always good. But my arms are good because I didn't get in the big race because I'm slow. But
Hey, that's all right. We were too. We weren't even close, and I was the fastest one of our group. That's sad.
55, and I felt fast, but I was bouncing off the walls and couldn't get that figured out. So
That's exactly right. Well, we were just talking a few seconds ago. Dude, you're fixing to be 16 like on Tuesday. Tuesday.
Tuesday at
I'm
8 a.m. I take my test. So
Oh my gosh, that seems really strange. You've been doing drag and drive for a long time, so people kind of know you as the crew chief and all that stuff. Tell us, like, what does this mean? Are you gonna start driving? What's next?
so plans are I'm going to Florida to license with Doug Cook. And I'm super excited to do that.
Yeah.
And should be certified to 850 for now until we have to step up to 750. But for now, I'm super stoked to just be in a big car and going fast. So
Yeah, because you've raced juniors for a long time. Like, how long have you raced juniors?
let's see, probably 8 years now. I've raced juniors 7 or 8 years, and that was always a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
I mean, they're just so simple to drive. It's more fun to start racing big cars now. So
Yeah. And so, if folks don't know, you have your own channel. A lot of cool stuff that goes on over there. You and your dad raced the wagon on 1.0. Is that right? Yep. In the junior street class. And for folks that don't understand, that's a stick shift. Tell us about the weight, kind of what power that car makes, and what you're limited to as far as timing.
okay, so I race in a class called Junior Street. It's limited to 9.0 in the eighth mile, which is like a 14-second quarter mile.
Yeah.
If you were to run it out the back, except for in the wagon, it'd probably be a little faster. So the wagon is 4150, and it probably makes about 1,000 pounds. It's got a Liberty Gears TKX in it, and Black Magic clutch, of course, Motion Raceworks goodness, and TBM brakes on it. So
Yeah. And what's really cool is, like, you didn't just learn to drive on any car. Like that's a car that you've driven. Now you're building your own car. When will you like, what's the plan for that? Like, is that going to be a year-long process? You're going to be out in 2025, 2026? What's the deal?
the plans for the 56, which is on YouTube, and you guys can go check it out. At Blaine's Therapy. The plan is to hopefully have it out by the end of next year, but we'll see how we can do. I've been starting to draw some of that stuff in CAD, and we're starting to get parts gathered up. So I'm super pumped, super excited for that.
Oh, it's such a cool car. The patina on that car is really, really special. I think it looks really neat. I don't know if you guys are going to change that or not.
No, we're leaving patina. The only problem is I don't have a matching front clip, so
May have to make something.
we can make something work. So
That's cool. Well, we've got Emilee coming up here, dude. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it, man. We got some pictures, dude. And you put your sticker on the banner. Yeah. So listen, if you are here at PRI, yes, please. That's what we're going to do with this. We're going to cover it, and then next year I'm going to do one that people can sign, and then we'll do something to give it away at the end of the week or something like that. So thanks for coming by, dude. I appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, Emilee, are you ready? Cody, you coming? All right, guys. If you don't know, used to be Emilee Ballard, no longer, because you guys got married a couple weeks ago, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So say your last name for me.
Medesis. You
Oh,
almost said it right.
Okay, I said it right. All right. So you were the fastest female 2022 in all of National Drag and Drive events. Pretty amazing stuff. And then the reason you raced and you were that fast is because his truck was being built. So I'm going to hand this to you guys. Tell people where they can find you. Like, introduce yourself. Tell people where they can find you, and then let's talk about the cars.
I'm Emilee Medesis now, formerly Ballard. You can find us both on Facebook at Medesis Motorsports and Instagram. And then this is
Cody Medesis.
and you can find him on Facebook also at Medesis Motorsports.
Awesome. So the Camaro is gorgeous. The S10 was being built during the time that we kind of met and kind of went through all that process with Drag Week and you being the fastest female and all that kind of stuff. The S10 is gorgeous as well. What's it like to know that you guys are like an up and coming power couple? You guys have two beautiful cars. Like, is that hard to wrap your mind around, that you have two gorgeous cars that you drive and race on the street? Or I
Hard,
guess you really probably don't race on the street, but you drive those on the street too.
hard, no. Grateful, yes. I mean, I'm really grateful for all the opportunities that were presented all the time. More than ever, though, grateful that he has the capability and the talent to be able to build and paint the cars that we both have in our garage. So, I mean, it's an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to race together. And I wouldn't have it any other way until we're both on the starting line at the same time, trying to get to the finish line to see who wins first.
Yes. Now his truck is a little faster. I do have to ask, do you ever lay off a little bit and let her beat you?
Come on.
I would hope not. I would hope not. So walk us through like what's the power plants in both of them, how fast your truck should be, how fast your car's been, or I guess your truck has been down the track a couple times, right? Like you've made some passes.
Crashed it. It went 770 at 3,600 pounds. But I wrecked it in 20, and now it's completely redone, quite a bit lighter, way more adjustable suspension and everything. So once it's all ironed out, I should be able to put it in the sixes. It's going to take a little while to get there, but
Listen, I want you guys to understand, like people say stuff like that, but people at home don't understand what that takes. I mean, that's real horsepower. That's really an understanding of suspension geometry and things like that. Stuff that I don't even understand. I know this. I don't know anything about going fast. I've never let off the button on a car. So it would, that's going to be a goal of mine one day, but I'm not going sixes because that's 180 miles an hour, right?
oh, it would be over 200. But
He's in a round body, regular cab, short bed S10 truck.
all steel, all glass.
Lee. So let's talk about the Camaro because the reason you took that was like you won Hot Rod Drag Week. No, second in Hot Rod Drag Week, 2022. What year are we in now?
23.
Yeah, so 2022. Yes. Yep. And so, but the car's been faster than that. You guys were turning it down all week.
Yeah. So, I mean, the ultimate goal for a street race small block power adder is to run an 850 or as close to, which everybody knows is very hard, especially when you get to the track and you might only have a couple passes to make. You're trying to turn in a slip that's over 850. But also as close to so that you're not running under and getting a 20. So that is very challenging, which comes with a lot of frustration sometimes. But at the end of the day, we always got it sorted out. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And like we know that Steve and Dustin Trance, I don't know what they do, but they like sprinkle some magic in that car or something to run that. So it's been fun watching them do that. Will you stay in the 850 class? Are you going to keep racing that?
I mean, it would be a long-term goal to be able to go into another class, but with that, we would have to cut the cage. And I just,
Not really. We could run Rowdy Radio.
Oh yeah.
ultimately, I'm fine with where my car is. I mean, of course, everybody always wants to go faster, but to be able to have my car at the 850 and then have his at a different level, it's just a really good combination for us. I think to have a car that goes as fast as his, we would just, at that point, it would kind of take the fun away from it more.
It would be very difficult to campaign two at that level for sure. So that's the next question. Are you guys going to compete on the same event, but in two cars?
Yes. And with that, I think that we talked back in the spring. We no longer can be each other's co-pilots, obviously. So that's going to be a hard decision to make. For everybody that does drag and drives, you want that person to be with you as like your right-hand person for the week that can just know what the next thing is without really having to talk or say it. So for me, that would be my dad, and him, he would have to pick. And it's a lot of work, and by the end of the week, you want to rip that person's neck off in the passenger seat. So,
and I tell people all the time, if it's their first one, and a lot of times people are doing this with their friends, it's okay to fist fight in the ditch. You just got to get back up and get in the car together. Yeah. So you were talking about 850. I love that class. And the reason I love that is because that cage in a car is so much easier to get in and out. You can even have removable door bars, things like that. So I can certainly appreciate, let him have the really, really fast truck, and then you guys can have that car. And obviously both of them are street. You guys drive them all the time. So that's really cool. They were in your wedding photos announcement. What was it?
engagement pictures.
Engagement pictures. Yes, that thing. I don't know. I've been married for 15 years. Listen, it's not something I think of anymore. So, well, that's pretty cool, guys. I want to say thank you for coming by. They're going to be here for a little bit, hanging out. So if you have some questions, please come by, talk to you guys. This kind of came up because your buddy Joe was like needling me the other day. He's like, hey, but listen, I want to put this out into the world. The reason I didn't necessarily ask right out of the gate is because you guys are so busy. You have the truck here. I know that is so hard. and we've only had this booth one time, but I cannot imagine how many times you guys have talked to people for an hour about the truck and anything else that's going on over there. So let's talk about your experience this week before we turn this off. So how has that been? Has this been the first time you guys have had something displayed in PRI?
No, 2021, I had my Camaro in the Red Horse booth, and you come in on Tuesday. So by Friday, you're worn out, your feet hurt, your legs hurt, you're on no sleep. You probably stayed out too late the night before. So it's a lot of work, but it's a really good opportunity. And I don't know what he feels like this year, opportunity wise.
Yeah, there's been a lot of opportunities. It's just hard to get away from there. We had to sneak away for a few minutes. There's everybody coming by, other people we compete with, other sponsors and companies that we deal with all the time. It's definitely busy. It's different than just attending. You get to wander around, do whatever you want.
Yeah, I would think like with you being there, are there people that are coming by trying to get some hints and tips on the truck and see if they can be faster for next year?
A little bit.
That's right. All right, guys. 47:46. What time is it? 4:22. We got about another 20 minutes before we have to run to Racing Junk before the end of the day. I want to say thank you again for coming by. I appreciate your patience with that. I want to thank Joe for making all of this happen because he really got after me in the thing, and he was right. Like, you guys needed to come over here, but I know how hard it is to step away. So thank you for taking that time and coming over, especially on Friday. Like, this is a big day here, so it's been kind of fun.
Thanks.
Yeah.
2913. If anybody wants to stop.
2913 for you guys. That's the Red Horse, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, well, cool. Medesis Motorsports on everything, like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.
Ballard on TikTok.
Hey, that's probably the hardest part. Yeah,
Sure.
I can appreciate that for sure. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it.